Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to read you a document really quick. I got this document a long time ago in my email, and I thought, you know what, have I ever shared this? I don't think I have. So I'm just going to read you a little bit from this document. This document sort of reveals everything, you know. So without further ado, let me get into it. So this is a document that was written approximately 10 years ago. Let me go to page one here. So I wanted to quickly read page 18 and 19 to you, but so this is, I'll leave this link in the description box below. But this is scenarios for the future of technology and international development, the Rockefeller Foundation. Okie dokie, May 10th. All right. So, May 2010. And then we skip down to page 18. Let's just read this little scenario that they've drawn up. And you tell me if you think it sounds like anything familiar. Okay, so, some of these dates and things that they're talking about is, what they made up. But okay, without further ado, lockstep, a world of tighter top-down government control and more authoritarian leadership with limited innovation and growing citizen pushback. In 2012, the pandemic that the world has been anticipating for years finally hit. Unlike 2009's H1N1, this new influenza strand originated from wild geese. Well, they said bats in our situation, was extremely virulent and deadly. Even the most pandemic prepared nations were quickly overwhelmed. Oh no, when the virus streaked around the world. Oh boy, that sounds familiar. Infecting nearly 20% of the global population and killing 8 million in just 7 months, the majority of them healthy and young adults. The pandemic also had a deadly effect on economies. Well, yeah, okay. International mobility, yeah, of both people and goods, yeah, screeched to a halt. Yep. Debilitating industries like tourism, and breaking global supply chains. Yeah. Even locally normally bustling shops and office buildings sat empty for months. Yep. Devoid of both employees and customers. The pandemic blanketed the planet. Yeah. Through disproportionate numbers died in Africa, Southeast Asia, and Central America, where the virus spread like wildfire in the absence of official containment protocols. But even in the developed countries, containment was a challenge. The United States' initial policy of strongly discouraged citizens from flying proved deadly in its leniency, accelerating the spread of the virus not just within the U.S., but across the borders. You guys remember when Trump closed down those airplanes? However, a few countries did fare better. China, in particular. The Chinese government's quick imposition and enforcement of mandatory quarantines for all citizens, as well as its instant and near hermetic sealing of all borders, saved millions of lives, stopping the spread of the virus far earlier than in other countries and enabling a swifter post-pandemic recovery. Okay. China's government was not only one that took extreme measures to protect its citizens from risk and exposure during the pandemic. National leaders around the world flexed their authority and imposed airtight rules and restrictions, from the mandatory wearing of face masks. This was written in 2010, folks, to body temperature checks. I was just at the bank this morning and they were checking people's temperatures on their head. I kid you not. At the entries to communal spaces like train stations and supermarkets. Even after the pandemic faded, this more authoritarian control and oversight of citizens and their activities stuck and even intensified in order to protect themselves from the spread of increasingly global problems, from pandemics and transnational terrorism to environmental crisis and rising poverty. Leaders around the world took a firmer grip on power. At first, the notion of a more controlled world gained wide acceptance and approval. Citizens willingly gave up some of their sovereignty and their privacy. Yeah, they just, please take it away from us. Protect us, government. To more paternalistic states in exchange for greater safety and stability. Citizens were more tolerant and even eager. Oh, yeah. For top-down direction and oversight, and national leaders had more latitude to impose order in the ways they saw fit. In developed countries, this heightened oversight took many forms: biometric IDs for all citizens, wow. For example, and tighter regulation of key industries whose stability was deemed vital to national interests. Anyway, it goes on and on and on. Man, oh man, does this sound like what we're living in right now, doesn't it? Wow. So I just wanted to share that. This was all planned. It was all part of the package. They were. It's just a matter of time before they brought it out. So I'll leave the document if you want to sift through the whole thing or whatever. But that's the one that stuck out to me when I first read it a while ago. God bless, guys. We fly soon. See you in the clouds. Go, Jesus, go.